Iran's proxies are largely missing, so it seems like Tehran must fight alone. Assuming they do, what sort of weapons do they have? How will they try to hurt Israel and America? Now, this is largely an aerial war. So, as of now, the army has little role to play. Your tanks, your armored vehicles, your soldiers, none of them have joined the fighting. Instead, Iran has turned to its ballistic missiles. Experts say that they had around 3,000 of these missiles. Of course, this was before the war started. Since then, Iran has fired at least 500. Plus, Israel has destroyed multiple missile launches. Nonetheless, missiles remain Iran's most potent weapon. They are using offensive as defense, which brings us to the varieties of missiles. Now, yesterday, Iran launched the Khorramshahr, the missile that is 13 meters. It is Iran's biggest missile. It weighs around 20 tons. It can carry multiple warheads up to 1,800 kilograms, and it can fly around 2,000 kilometers, meaning all of West Asia is within range. After the US strikes, Iran launched this missile at Israel. It slammed into northern Tel Aviv, and it wasn't a lone strike. In total, Iran fired some 40 ballistic missiles on Sunday. Now let's take a closer look at their arsenal. The shortest range missiles are the Shahab and the Fateh. They can cover up to 300 kilometers. The Shahab 2 has a longer range. It can reach up to 500 kilometers. And the Zulfagar, which can travel 700 kilometers. The Qiyam 1, 800 kilometers, and finally the longest range ones, the Shahab 3, the Imad, the Ghadr, the Sejil, and the Khorramshahr. Now these can travel around 2,000 kilometers. These are the missiles that Iran could use to retaliate. But frankly, that's not the story. The story is what Iran will target. So far, they have not hit back at US targets. The Americans have some 19 military installations in West Asia, but none of them have been hit. Instead, Iran has continued launching missiles at Israel, and that's one option for Iran. Keep striking Israel. A second option is to unleash its proxies. Hezbollah and Hamas may be weak, but the Houthis of Yemen are still capable. They attacked cargo ships in the Red Sea for most of 2024. Chances are they could go back to doing that. Which brings us to the option 3. Iran could close off the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this is a waterway south of Iran. It carries up to 20% of the world's oil. If Iran closes that off, oil prices will skyrocket. All indications point to that. Iran's parliament has already voted to close the strait. The final call will be taken by the Supreme National Security Council. It may not hurt America directly, but it will give some leverage to Tehran. Now, we'll have to wait and see what the regime does. All of these options are fraught with risk, but 2 of them are nuclear options. The first is to attack America. There are some 50,000 US soldiers in West Asia. They are within Iran's striking range. Even Iran's proxies could target them with rockets. If that happens, all bets are off. The American reprisal could cripple the regime. The second nuclear option is exactly that, nuclear. Let's assume Iran's enriched uranium survived. Then the regime could race to a bomb. It could explode a crude nuclear device, basically declare themselves as a nuclear power. Now, just like for Trump, there are no easy choices here. Iran has the weapons to take revenge, but are they ready for what could follow? We'll be tracking their moves closely.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
At $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka kaijho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, Click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.